What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a good morning and a good start off to their week. So as I predicted, here we are once again, another week and more casting news on two projects that are going to be coming. One this year in 2025, just in 3 months or so, give or take. And then we have another update for casting on something that's going to be coming in February 2026. So the first one we're looking at here is Dexter Resurrection. And if I didn't mention this before in the last Dexter update, I feel, and maybe I did mention it, that we are going to probably literally get an update on Dexter and the next topic, which, you know, I'm just going to say what it is. It's Scream 7. I feel we're going to be getting an update almost every week or every other week on casting when it comes to these two projects until they release. Now for Dexter, because it does come out in, like I said, 3 months, give or take, we might start to see a slowdown of the casting information. Like, for example, we have this one that just came out late yesterday. We could potentially see 2 to 3 more before we finally get a teaser trailer or a full trailer, because I'd imagine they would want to start marketing this show fairly soon, because if you have less than 3 months before it releases and the episodes start airing, you would want to, I think, garner as much hype as possible outside of just giving us, okay, now who's joined the cast, right? So I think we just did an update last week on Neil Patrick Harris. He just joined, and I mean, again, it just feels like they're holding all this information back just to have something to talk about every week. And of course, we're talking about it because we just got done following the Dexter Original Sin series. We're going to be following this series, but I just find it interesting that rather than giving me a teaser trailer, you just give me, again, as I mentioned before, drips and drabs of information as far as the casting goes. Not about the story, not about what role these actors and actresses are going to be playing. So here we are again. Once again, we're in another week and more casting updates. So for the first one we have, as I mentioned, Dexter Resurrection. So Modern Family actor Eric Stonestreet joins Dexter Resurrection. Now you could have put this, this on my bingo card. Never would have gotten this one. This would not have been on my bingo card at all. Would not have imagined this individual being cast in Dexter Resurrection. Just doesn't seem like something I would think he would have been interested in doing. So Emmy winner Eric Stonestreet has joined the cast of Dexter Resurrection. Deadline reports that he'll have a 4-episode guest arc as Al, a Midwestern man who's believed to be a serial killer. Currently in production in New York, the continuation of Dexter New Blood is expected to premiere this summer on Paramount Plus with Showtime. And then we have, again, we've covered all this, all the casting we've seen thus far. And just some of the more recent ones that have been announced were the Uma Thurman, Kristen Ritter, Neil Patrick Harris. Those are some of the more recent ones that we've gotten, again, every week, it seems like. But all these other ones we've known about. Michael C. Hall we've known about, David Zayas, Jack Alcott, James Remmer. So those ones have been established. But again, when we get down to a little bit more here, now the Peter Dinklage will play the season's main villain, and then Uma Thurman's supposed to be playing, as you see here, former special ops officer. And then Neil Patrick Harris, we don't know what role he's playing yet. So it almost seems like if Peter Dinklage is the main focus, you would think, okay, if he's the main focus, is he a serial killer as well? And then now you have now you're bringing in Eric Stonestreet right into this fold as a possible serial killer as well for 4 episodes. And to my knowledge, I think they're only doing 8 episodes for this show. So I don't know. It almost, if this is how this is going to go, it almost feels like, are they throwing too much into a very short series that it's going to feel bloated, so to speak, where they're not focusing, they're going to be taking so much focus and putting on so many different stories. It's just going to feel like just a jumble, like a hodgepodge almost of story, and it's not going to have any really clear direction except Dexter. And I don't know how, we saw Dexter face various things in the original series, but there are more than 8 episodes a season, so they had more time to spread out a story but we also didn't see when Dexter was, taking out criminals every other episode. That's all it was, every other episode. Then he had the overarching story. This feels like if it's only 8 episodes and you have Peter Dinklage is the main character, you can't imagine Uma Thurman's going to be this side character that we only just see for 5-10 minutes here and there. I mean, if she's this former special ops officer, you imagine she'll be playing some role. Now you have somebody else come in to possibly be a serial killer for 4 episodes. Neil Patrick Harris, don't know what his role is going to be. I mean, it's getting to be, in my opinion, a bit much. I don't know if they're also just trying to throw we mentioned this before, throwing some big names out onto this project to get more and more people interested in it. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm hoping, and then down here, we have what they've been using thus far over on the show Dexter page. I think this is over on Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram, where they have like this train going by, and as it slows down, it's for casting. Then it shows who the next person is that's been casted for Dexter Resurrection, and then that's it. So that's the update we have for Dexter Resurrection. Now we're gonna move on to and nothing else down here is anything new. We've covered all this information down here. I will put the link of this article in the description of this video, so if you want to read back through this, you can do so. But now we're going to jump over to the next casting update, which again follows the same line of, in my mind, the same line of thought process on releasing information. Again, it feels like every week we're getting Scream 7 news, except for what is Scream 7 even going to be about? Why we have all these actors and actresses joining again every week. We have no idea what the story's about. We have no idea really who's not so much who's playing who, but on some of the individuals that we know have been killed off in previous Scream movies. I mean, we know of 3 that they're bringing back. They're bringing Dewey, Roman, and Stu back, who have all died in previous Scream films. And now you have these 3 actors who are coming back and not knowing in what way are they coming back. So this one obviously has a long runway, not till February, I think February 26th. Or somewhere around there. I think it's February 26th, 2026, or it's late February. This one comes out as far as the final product. So we have, again, a long ways to go before we get the final film. So I'd imagine we're going to see this for a long time before Scream 7, before we even get a teaser or even a full trailer. I think we might get a teaser ahead of some summer blockbuster this year, and it will literally be probably a black screen. We hear Ghostface's voice, like the talk over, and then we might hear a couple screams and might see like a slash through the screen and then see the official logo for Scream 7 pop up. That'll probably be the most we get. So going on to the latest now, Scream 7 adds Michelle Randolph and Jimmy Tatro to cast. Michelle Randolph and Jimmy Tatro are the latest to join the cast of Scream 7, currently in production in Atlanta. The slasher sequel is scheduled to be released on February 27th. I was one day off. 2026 by Paramount Pictures. And again, we've gone through all this additional information here, all this casting, and this is down here where we talked about David Arquette and Matthew Lillard coming back. I mean, there are 2 of them coming back. Scott Foley also returning. So again, nothing more new down here. Again, more just of the casting, who's the writer, co-writer. We have a picture here of Jimmy right here, and then at the top you saw the picture of Michelle up here from the 1923. I think that's also on Paramount Plus as well, or it might be on Peacock. It's on one of the 2. I know it's one of those prequel series to Yellowstone, I believe. So anyways, yeah, so that's the update. That's the casting update we have for today's horror news update for Tuesday, March 11th. So Scream 7, Dexter Resurrection. Again, every week it seems like we get more and more casting information. At some point, give me an update on the story, give me a teaser, give me a trailer. I want to see those things, because in those things, I'm sure I'm going to see who's casted in it. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the latest casting for Dexter Resurrection and Scream 7. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Peace.